Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to the weekly Q&A with 50 Shades of Tay. This one's going up a little bit later than normal. I wanted to have it up Monday morning, but this past weekend was insane, so I didn't get a chance to film it till right now. For those of you who have not had a chance to catch up on everything from this weekend, on Friday, Chris and I went to DreamWorks campus and we interviewed the director and co-director of Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. So that interview is up on my channel now. Then the next day, on Saturday, David and I went to Universal Studios Hollywood, where we went to Super Nintendo World, and we went to the Toadstool Cafe for our first time. So adorable, so yummy. There's a quick overview of that on my channel as well, along with Operation Fortune, Guy Ritchie's new film. I put up my Taylor's take of that. That I had to edit a lot at the very end, you guys, because there were yodeling goats, the Babadook made an appearance, car alarms were going off, air sirens, everything you could imagine was going wrong at that very last minute. So a lot of editing at that end of that video. And then Sunday, last but not least on Sunday, so yesterday, I went to the Scream experience. This was in Santa Monica at the 3rd Street Promenade. So much fun. There were costumes, there were props, there were clues. Oh my God, I had a blast. I was smiling the whole time. Everybody else was spooked, and I was like, I could not get enough of it. We are officially in Scream week. It is Monday now. I'm seeing it Thursday night at a special fan screening where I'm going to get the Times Square poster. Whew, I cannot wait for that. That's going to go up on my corkboard wall. I am so excited, but enough about Scream. Let's get into the questions. A lot of you guys sent in questions this week. This was so exciting. I couldn't get to all of them. I gathered as many as I could, tried to get a good variety. Some of them were ones that had been answered in the previous ones, so I tried to skip those and get as many people as I could this week. So I just wanted to say thank you so much to everyone who took the time to submit questions. Very appreciative. Let's get going. First question. This one comes from Joha Ella. What's your favorite color? Oh, first of all, I hope I said your name correctly. I'm very sorry if I did not say it correctly. But purple is my favorite color, you guys. I love the color purple. I don't know why. I just do. But you can tell from, well, let's see, which way is it? This way? All my logos are purple, and the title cards for these questions that you guys submitted are purple. I don't know. If I had to pick why it's my favorite color, maybe because of Grimace. You guys know Grimace from McDonald's? I don't know. By the way, every Q&A I've been doing my cute little cup collection, showing off some of my mugs, thermoses, cups. Today I'm using my Grogu one because Mandalorian Season 3 is now airing and I'm so excited. Whew. Next question, you guys, from Sterling Holmes. What is your favorite horror movie franchise and why? So I wasn't going to do this one because I feel bad that I say this every video, but Scream, for those of you that do not know, is my favorite horror franchise. I love it. The second part of this is why. I don't know. I don't know why specifically Scream. I think I just love the fact that it's a different killer or killers, depending on which film, every time. I love that it's not just the same person, like, you know, nothing against Jason Voorhees, nothing against Michael Myers, but it's fun. I love the fact that it's, like a murder mystery. The design of Ghostface himself, love that mask design. And I love like the meta commentary on all the different horror stuff that's going on. I do think that this one specifically is going to be talking about just like how people have become obsessed with true crime. The example I gave the other day was the Dahmer series on Netflix with Evan Peters. Just in the trailer we see on the subway, there's a lot of people dressed as Ghostface. And I think that's going to be an issue in the film. I don't know, but I'm thinking they're not going to know which one's the real Ghostface and which is just someone dressing as him for Halloween. So I'm very excited. We are just days away. I don't know how many times I'm going to be able to see it this weekend because the same day Scream releases, so does the Adam Driver dinosaur movie 65, and then also the Willem Dafoe. It's a movie where he goes into an art gallery to try and steal a painting and it gets stuck, and it's called Inside. Both those movies come out on top of Scream. I'm going to try and see it at least twice, though, you guys. I'm so excited. Thursday night for sure. And then we'll see if Saturday or Sunday I'm able to sneak in a second viewing of it. I cannot wait. Next question. This comes from Harris McGrade. Have you considered going on other people's channels besides the John Campea cruise and being interviewed or just to say hi and talk movies? Yeah, this is something I am super, super interested in. A few people have reached out to me. It's just the only problem I have right now is finding the time to do it because I would love to. The only other person I been on their channel so far is Rob. I've been on 2 episodes of Midnight Musings, and it's so much fun. I got very lit the last one. I think I drank a bottle and a half of wine, but lots of fun there. I would love to. In my Instagram bio, there is a thing that says email, and if you click that, there's my email address for the channel. So if you are a podcast, a YouTube show, anything that is interested in working with me or having me on as a guest to talk movies, TV shows, video games, music, I would love to do it. I would love to collaborate. I just have to find the time. I'm hoping April, next month in April, I'm hoping I can just start scheduling out, just hopping on different streams, being on different shows, being in different podcasts, just being a guest, saying hi, hanging out. It would be so much fun, especially talking horror, talking video games, you guys. I would love to. So yeah, definitely hit me up on there, and I will do my best to get back to you. And probably April. I think April is going to be a good month for that. All right, next question, Sterling Holmes. What's your favorite creature feature? Ooh, nice. I don't think I saw this question because David makes these cards with the questions on them, so I don't always get to read all the questions ahead of time. But creature feature, okay. So I know this is kind of weird because I don't really think it's technically a creature feature, but The Invisible Man, I loved that movie. I know it's not a creature, but I love, The Invisible Man, especially the latest one that came out, really good. But if you're talking specifically a creature, probably Creature from the Black Lagoon. I think that movie is like perfect for a remake or a reboot, a revisit, however you want to word it. I need more Creature from the Black Lagoon. I think, especially now with the technology and just the mix of technology and practical effects. I would love to see that. Creature from the Black Lagoon. Let's do it. Whew, so fun. But yeah, I love creature features. I feel like we don't get enough of them. But hopefully that's something we're going to get soon. Next question. This comes from Zay Fang Lee. Are you getting recognized more now after being on the John Campea show? How has being on the show changed you? Watching more shows you usually won't watch, more comfortable being in front of a camera, etc. Ooh, that's a good question too. Okay, so let's see. The first part of this was, am I getting recognized more often? Yeah, you guys, it's really fun getting to meet everyone at the movies. Happens a lot at the AMC Burbank 16 because, that's just like a very popular location. Happened in Arcadia, though, at the Santa Anita AMC. Happened at DreamWorks campus the first time I was there. It's fun, though. I love saying hi to people, taking pictures, saying hello, talking Puss in Boots or whatever movie we're there to see. Very fun. I'm very shy, though. I know you can't tell that on my live streams or on my videos, but one-on-one I am very shy, but it is very nice to meet everyone, and it's just so cool that people want to say hi and talk about what movies we're there to see. The next part of that was, how has being on the show changed you? And then the examples you gave were watching shows I don't normally watch, or being more comfortable in front of the camera. Yeah, okay. I'll start with the first part. Shows I don't normally watch. For example, I watched House of the Dragon, and I loved it. That was really my first entry point into the Game of Thrones world. I tried watching Game of Thrones, and I thought I got really far in that show because I borrowed the Blu-ray set from my friend. And when House of the Dragon was starting, I told everyone, yeah, I got as far as the episode where the guy gets pushed out the window. And then I was told by multiple people, that's the first episode of season 1 of Game of Thrones. So I guess I didn't make it that far. But Game of Thrones, I don't know. I didn't have anything against it. I missed it. I just didn't ever get on board with it. And then House of the Dragon was so good, and I was keeping up with it. Well, I started watching it because I was going to be working on the after shows for it. But I was keeping up with it because I was like addicted to it, and I just think it's so fun. And the tension, the dragons. I felt a little bit lost on some points, like the references to the different houses and stuff like that. But luckily, all my friends were able to fill me in. And then let's see, the last part of it was, oh yeah, the other example, being more comfortable in front of a camera. That's a crazy one because a couple years ago, if you would have told me I would have had a YouTube channel and been doing weekly Q&As, I would have been like, no way. And I think even if you go back and watch like my first few videos on the channel, you can tell I'm very uncomfortable, very nervous, very shy. Now I feel pretty good. I feel a lot more confident. The only thing I get nervous about sometimes is the reading. That's a little tough, but I feel like I've made a really big improvement on that. Especially reading it live. I think I've improved, if I had to say so myself. As I take a sip from my Grogu Hydro Flask or Thermos. I don't know what you would call this. It's a Tervis. That's the brand, Tervis. I think it was from Disneyland. All right, next question. This comes from Eric Zoolander. Where do you see the Alien franchise going? I personally love Alien Isolation. Oh yeah, I would love to see it adapted. Last I heard, there's going to be a weird prequel set on Earth from Hulu. Eric, that's so funny that you wrote this question in and then I'm answering it today because, yeah, it's been announced. They are doing a 20th century, I think it was Hulu film for the Alien franchise. Alien Isolation looked fun. I never got a chance to play it. I think we even have it downloaded on David's computer, but we just never got around to playing it. And then another cool thing that's been announced, I think it was last week, was there's going to be new Marvel comics for both Alien and for Predator. So I'm excited, looking forward to those. But I love the Alien franchise, love Xenomorphs, love it all. Some of the movies, not so much. I didn't really care for the newer films. So I'm hoping that this is a return to form for the franchise. I really, really want them to lean into the horror element. And who was it? Fede Alvarez, right? That's Fede Alvarez is who they announced was going to be the director. And he did the, unless I'm mistaken, the 2013 Evil Dead film. And that's like one of my favorite, I guess you could call it like a reboot of a horror franchise. Normally, I prefer the original, but this remake that he did in 2013 of Evil Dead, I love that movie. So I'm excited to see what he can do with the Alien franchise. And I'm excited for the comics, too, because the last run of Alien comics I have in my desk over there, I have like 20 of them. So good. I love the Alien franchise. So excited it's coming back. I'm hoping it can be as good as Prey was for the Predator franchise. With Prey, I am fortunate enough to say David and I, we drove all the way down to San Diego for Comic-Con, saw a screening of it in a theater. It was full of people, lots of fun, and then we drove immediately back home after that. But it was so fun to see it in a theater. So I'm hoping this Alien movie gets released theatrically because it deserves it. I love the franchise, and it's just fun to see it with a group of people. All right, next question comes from Sterling Holmes. What's your favorite show currently? Ooh, currently as in something airing right now. So I would say there's two that are airing right this minute. One of them being The Last of Us, which is very fun. I am hooked. And speaking of The Last of Us, if you haven't had a chance, Rob and I interviewed the costume designer, Cynthia Summers, for The Last of Us. She was so sweet, so generous with her time, very informative, such a fun interview. What an honor. That's currently out right now. And then the other show, oh, The Mandalorian Season 3, you guys. Whew, we're only one episode in, but I am loving it. I just can't believe Pedro Pascal has two of the biggest shows on the planet. They're both out right now, airing simultaneously. That's crazy. And then a few other shows that I'm looking forward to that are coming out soon. So we have, let's see, Succession. The final season is about to come out. And then there was one more. Oh, Yellow Jackets, you guys. Yellow Jackets Season 2. That's coming up on, I think it's on Showtime. And then Ted Lasso Season 3 is just, I think, a couple weeks away. It's March 6th now, and I think it was maybe like March 20th-ish. But I'm looking forward to Ted Lasso Season 3. Cannot wait for that. Such a fun show. It's just a very feel-good show. At the end of the day, you can watch it and just have a smile on your face. Next question. This comes from Al Renshaw. What would break you more, Death of Cosmo or Rocket in Guardians 3? Oh no. Okay, I don't want either of them to die, you guys. But if I had to say which one would affect me more, I'm going to say Rocket only because we've spent more time with Rocket, getting to know him, we've had the 2 Guardians films so far. Then he was in Infinity War and Endgame and Love and Thunder, and I feel like I'm missing something else. I don't want either of them to die, but I really do think that the death of Rocket would affect me more than Cosmo, only because we haven't gotten to spend as much time with Cosmo as we have with Rocket. Although I will say in the Guardians holiday special, Cosmo was so cute. I don't want either of them to die, but I have a bad feeling about Rocket, I'm going to be honest. I think this is it for Rocket, you guys, and it's going to bum me out. Next question is from Anonymous. Who is your favorite Star Wars character and why? Including EU books and games if you enjoy that content too. Ooh, okay. Favorite Star Wars character and why? I'm going to say from the films, like the theatrically released films, I'm going to cheat. It's Anakin and Darth Vader, but I'm counting them as one. But because Anakin, spoiler alert, could you imagine if someone's watching this and they're like, what? Anakin turns into Vader. That's my favorite character from the films. Then from the animated side, Ahsoka. I love Ahsoka. I wasn't 100% on board with her in the animated Attack of the Clones, Clone Wars movie. But once they got into the series, the Clone Wars series, I loved Ahsoka. And then now, especially seeing her, after Rebels, seeing her in live action in Mandalorian, and then in Book of Boba Fett, I'm really, really loving Ahsoka. Can't wait for her series to come out later this year. And then I do have, let's see, I have some comics, but I don't want to say someone that didn't originate in the comics and then be a total noob. I'm trying to think. I love Cal Kestis from the video games. Fallen Jedi? I keep getting confused with the title of the upcoming game. Fallen Jedi. It's not Fallen Order, but it's Fallen Jedi, I think. And love Cal. I really want to see Cal come into live action. We have the actor. Let's do it. Let's bring him in. I'm really wondering, you guys, if that's who saved Grogu from the Jedi Temple during Order 66 was Cal Kestis. I'm not 100% sure where he would have been in the right place at the right time to make it line up, but I just want to see him in live action, and it'd be really fun to see him soon. All right, next question. Dogo Carbonetti, I hope I pronounced your name right. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that. Have you seen any of Jim Cummings' films? If so, which one's your favorite? Mine is The Wolf of Snow Hollow. Such a great combination of horror / mystery and comedy. Well, when I read this question, Jim Cummings, I thought you meant the voice actor, but I'm guessing you're talking about a completely different person, a director. The Wolf of Snow Hollow. Let me just check my phone really quick. So yeah, I was thinking you were talking about the voice actor who was Darkwing Duck. He was in Pocahontas. He's Tigger in the Tigger movie. Bonkers. Wow, he was the voice of Bonkers. And Ed in The Lion King. Wow, this is impressive. Pete in a Goofy movie. All right. Winnie the Pooh in The Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, the 1988. Oh, yeah. Okay. But we're talking about a completely different person. Jim Cummings, director. Well, I know for sure I haven't seen The Wolf of Snow Hollow. But if you're saying it's a combination of horror, mystery, and comedy, that sounds like perfect. I'm going to add that to my watch list. The Wolf of Snow Hollow. And if my phone would load, Jim Cummings, okay, American filmmaker, actor, composer. I don't think, if this is who you're talking about, the person I'm looking up right now, I haven't seen Thunder Road, haven't seen the beta test. Oh yeah, there we go, The Wolf of Snow Hollow. That came out in 2020. The Robbery, 13 Cameras. All right, this is definitely someone I'm going to have to check out. But yeah, The Wolf of Snow Hollow, I'm going to add that to my list. Thank you. You know what's hilarious, though, is if it's really scary or really spooky, and someone thinks it's the voice actor and they think they're getting into like a Winnie the Pooh or any of the other characters I just mentioned, and then they get into it and it's a horror film. Although, blood and honey, you guys, blood and honey. All right, next up is Josh C98. Any favorite survival, horror games you're into? Okay, absolutely love Resident Evil, Dead Space, Alan Wake video games. Thanks for the videos. Oh, thank you. All right, Josh. The ones you mentioned, Resident Evil, love the Resident Evil franchise. Alan Wake, you know what's so funny? The other day I was just talking with my friends and I was like, do you guys know about the Alan Wake games? Like, I would love to see that adapted into live action. And no one knew what I was talking about. Alan Wake, I'm so glad you brought that up. It's the one, well, I was going to say with Alan Wake, but yeah, I played that one a lot. It was really fun. I forgot about it. And then what were the other ones you said? Oh, Dead Space, yeah. The other ones, okay, there was Dead Island. There was Left 4 Dead. Oh, Left 4 Dead was fun. And then another one, it's not technically a horror game, but it's a horror survival mode of it, was in Call of Duty, you guys. Call of Duty Zombies. I spent so much of my life playing Call of Duty Zombies. So much fun. I miss it. I miss it so much. I don't know why I ever fell off it, but once I did, I was like, oh, like I just fell so far behind that I never caught back up. But I used to get every course, every DLC map pack for the zombies on Call of Duty. Love it, love it. Grogu says, what's up? All right, next question, Dunkarito. Will you be going to CinemaCon with the crew? Ooh, that's coming up. It's crazy. It's coming up in April, so next month. And I feel like we've been talking about CinemaCon for so long that it just seems so far away. And now it's like less than a month away, about a month away. Sorry, I'm really thirsty. I don't know yet. Everything's up in the air, but I would love to. It's in Las Vegas, and for those of you that don't know, they just announced The Flash will be airing, or well, not airing, but premiering there. And I can't wait to see Michael Keaton back as Batman. So I'm hoping to go. Not 100% sure yet. Hoping to find out soon. But yeah, it came up fast. Oh my God. I don't know what's going on, you guys. I'm like losing it already. All right. Next question. This comes from Connor Berger. If you could go to one movie premiere this year, what would it be? Ooh. One movie premiere this year, what would it be? You guys, I'm dying. It's only been 20 minutes. What the hell? I streamed for 3 hours the other night, and I'm not even able to handle a 20-minute video. But, okay, so the obvious answer to this is Scream. I would love to go to the Scream premiere. However, the movie takes place in New York. I'm assuming the premiere is in New York. Or, you know what? I think it just happened. I think it just happened this past weekend. So I missed out on that. But if I had to pick another one this year, and I think, let me just double check. You said movie specifically. Okay, movie specifically. I would say probably Mario. The Super Mario Brothers movie. I think that'd be a really fun Nintendo event to attend. I haven't heard anything about it yet. I think that also comes out in April. But that would be a really fun, just because I would like to see like what Nintendo would do at their event and what they would do to make it stand out. That'd be a really fun one. But some of the ones I went to recently, I went to the Megan World premiere. That was so fun at the Chinese Theater, and Jason Blum came out dressed as Megan, which was hilarious. James Wan was there with him. Before the movie started, they had, I'd say maybe like a dozen girls dressed as Megan come out and they danced to Taylor Swift. It was hilarious. We went to the Northman World premiere, also at the Chinese Theater. That one was really fun. Nicole Kidman was there. She didn't mention AMC. She didn't say anything about how movies felt better. Or you know what? That's because we were at the Chinese Theater and not at an AMC. That's probably why. And we went to, the Black Phone premiere. That one was fun. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, the carpet was a black carpet and then there were black balloons. That was pretty fun. And the kids just looked so happy. All the kids were there from the movie. They just looked so happy to be there and to have like their big night. That was really cute, really adorable. Hoping to go some more world premieres soon. They're very fun. Next question. This comes from Connor Garza. Favorite romance movie or maybe a cheesy rom-com. Okay, I kind of want to say, romance movie. I kind of want to say it's 50 First Dates, but I haven't seen it in so long that I don't know that I can say, you know what I mean? Like I haven't seen it in so long that like am I worthy of saying it's my favorite if I haven't seen it in that long? A movie, well, I would say it's like a romance movie that I saw recently was Titanic. Seeing that again and just seeing the romance in it. I know it's not technically a rom-com or romantic movie specifically. And then also Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. We saw the 4K re-release of that. I remember all the action from when I was a kid, all the stunts, all the fight choreography. But the romance in that too, I was like, oh yeah. But let me just Google really quick because I feel like these are not very good answers. Rom-coms. Oops, I put rom-comma. Well, I knew what I meant. The 42 best. Oh, okay. Vanity Fair has the 42 best romantic comedies of all time. Not to be beaten though by Good Housekeeping, who has the 60 best romantic comedies of all time. If they were smart, they would put out the 69 best romantic comedies of all time. But they didn't. All right, Love, Simon. Oh, yeah. Okay, how did I forget about Love, Simon? I don't know if you guys have ever seen Love, Simon, but that movie is so sweet. I cry every time I watch it. There's also the spin-off show. I think it's on Hulu. And now I think it's also on Disney+. Love, Victor. Oh my God, I love that show with Michael Cimino as Victor, and then Mason Gooding, who is in the Scream franchise in 5 and 6. Love him. I would say Love, Simon is a great one. Oh no, they have Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. I can't watch that movie ever again. I watched it once. My friend invited me over after a breakup, and she was like, "Here, come over, watch this movie. It'll cheer you up." Don't watch that movie after a breakup, you guys. It fucked me up. I was a mess. No. It's a good movie, but not one that I would recommend, especially if you're not in a good place. Let me find a couple more. Oh, I actually haven't seen this one. From 2019, Always Be My Maybe. Yeah, Always Be My Maybe, with Randall Park and Ali Wong. I wanted to see that one. I completely forgot about it. I think it's a Netflix movie. Let's see. All of these are like the obvious choices for people to say. So I want to try and find one that's not super obvious. I don't know that I would count Clueless as a romantic comedy. I guess it is. I just think of it more of like a straight up comedy than I would think of like a romantic comedy. I've never seen To All the Boys I've Loved Before. I think that's also, you know what, Netflix, now that I think of it, Netflix has been like taking the lead of romantic comedies. They've been having quite a few come out on there. All right, I'm gonna try and find one more, you guys. This is riveting. Oh, My Best Friend's Wedding. That one's really sweet. With Julia Roberts, Pretty in Pink. Good one. I feel like they're just picking like the most, obvious choices. Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia's on the list. You guys, the first time I saw Mamma Mia, it was in, where was it? I don't know. It was by the beach. My friend had a timeshare by the beach, and we decided to watch Mamma Mia because I think it had just come out. And I thought, why don't we take a shot every time someone says Mamma Mia? I don't remember 95% of the movie, but it was fun. It was a fun night. That's probably why I don't remember where it was. I just know it was by the beach. All right, next question. Spying Mentor 087 says, any YouTube channels you watch? Ooh. Okay, so I know last Q&A I got a question about podcasts, and I mentioned Star Wars Explained. They also have a YouTube channel as well. And I mentioned Stuff You Should Know. Love them. I don't think they have a YouTube channel. They should. That'd be really fun. But since you're saying YouTube channel specifically, let me go to my channel and see who I'm subscribed to. So, other than the obvious ones like Rob, the Burnett work. Perry Nemiroff. Aw, yeah, I love her YouTube show. Love her channel. Try to catch up with her channel as much as I can. The Merry Hour. One day, you guys, one day we're going to work on something together. I can feel it. I'm going to manifest it. We're going to do a Scream stream, or we're just going to hang out and talk movies. It'll be so fun. Yeah, love her. Next question. This comes from Moon. Have you seen the movie The Tripper? Guy in a Ronald Reagan mask slashes teens at a music festival. Very silly. The Tripper. No, I haven't seen this. This is another movie. You guys have given me 2 movies so far tonight to add to my watch list. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Any obscure horror, any horror comedies, anything out there that you guys think I would like, send them my way and I'll check them out because I love it. Especially when it's something I've never seen before. I just love discovering horror that I've never heard of before for the first time. Very fun. All right, moving right along. Hopefully. What did I do? Oh, there we go. All right. Marcus Kramer. When and how did you get start in film punditry? I'm going to read that one again. When and how did you get your start in film punditry? There we go. That was a very tough question for me to read, even though it was very short. So in college, I did a few movie reviews. I'm trying to think of which ones they were. I honestly, off the top of my head, don't remember. I think one of them I think was a Pirates of the Caribbean movie, and I think one was a Transformers movie. I just don't know which ones exactly. But that's when I started like critiquing movies, but then getting into this. So I was doing all this stuff on my Instagram, 50 Shades of Tay on Instagram, right? And I was doing quick little Taylor's Takes there where I was talking about movies, and every single person was like, why aren't you doing this on YouTube? And I was like, I don't know, like, I didn't ever really see myself having a YouTube channel. But then I was like, damn, like, lots of people were telling me instead of putting, because they were like maybe 2 to 3 minutes long, they're like, instead of putting these on Instagram, put them on YouTube. And I was like, okay. And then I moved them over to YouTube, and now I'm doing this weekly Q&A session. So much fun. Who knew I would be on YouTube doing this? But I just love talking movies, talking TV shows, video games, music, just lots and lots of fun. All right, Next question. This comes from Rafat R. I hope I pronounced your name right. Sorry about that if I butchered it. What's your take on always casting A-listers / established actors for Batman? Clooney, Bale, Affleck, etc., but fresh faces for Superman. All three from movies were. Ooh, I don't know that I ever realized that until right now. Always casting A-listers for Batman. So yeah, we had Clooney, we had Bale, we had Affleck. Okay, A-listers, agreed. And then fresh faces for Superman. So Henry Cavill was pretty new. Brandon Routh, I don't know what he did before Superman. You know what? Yeah, I don't think I've ever noticed that before. That's really interesting. I wonder why that is. First of all, I wonder why that is. And number two, I wonder if that tradition will continue now with James Gunn and Peter Safran running DC. If they're going to go with an A-list actor or they're going to go with an unknown. I kind of feel like they'll go with an unknown. But that's so interesting. I've never noticed that trend before. I don't know why. You would think you would just go with A-lister for either one just because it's a big superhero tentpole movie. But that's very interesting to bring up. Not sure, but I'm very curious to see which way they go when they cast the new Superman. I'm hoping we get that information soon, too. I really want to know. Next question. This comes from Cash. All right. I'm going to try my best to read all this, you guys. Hello. I've shared my love for Scream on here before, so I'll try and keep it short. I think the scripts for the films are my favorite aspect because the way Kevin Williamson establishes characters grounded in a lot of stereotypes and then plays with said stereotypes and your expectations by slowly getting the characters out of the boxes you automatically put them in. It saves so much exposition. Oops, I lost my spot. And makes for more intriguing characters. But I was wondering if you had any particular thoughts on characters outside the plot of the film and let me see, it's cutting off a little bit. And if so, who is your favorite character and why? I'm sorry if this is a lot, I'm just curious. I think you're right, though. It does set your expectations for a lot of characters and then kind of subvert your expectations for the characters. For, what was the last part of it? Who's my favorite character and why? Okay, I know this is not fair because it's not the same character every movie, but I'm going to say Ghostface is one of my favorite characters, even though, you know, it's different people, different person every time. I just love the character of Ghostface. Just so fun. And I really do love that it's a murder mystery, but also spooky. And Neve Campbell as Sidney Prescott. I know that's the obvious choice, but she's my final girl, you guys. I love her. She's so cool. I'm really hoping. I don't know anything. I've been avoiding all these reviews that have been coming out. But I'm hoping that either they lied to us and she has a secret cameo or a post-credit scene. I don't know if there's going to be a post-credit scene or not. Or I'm hoping that they announce Scream 7 pretty soon and they announce she's returning. And then maybe that's the end of this trilogy and we give it a little rest for a little bit. But I really want to see Neve Campbell back one more time as Sidney Prescott. Please, please. Also, I gotta say, Courtney Cox is Gale Weathers. Love her so much. They better not kill her. But in that trailer, the latest trailer, where she's on the phone in the apartment, and she goes, "Don't you know that 10 of you have tried this so far, and it doesn't normally turn out so well for the guy in the mask?" And then he pops out. That does not look good for her, you guys. I'm really nervous for her. I was thinking, honestly, about making a prediction video before I go see it on Thursday, a final prediction for Scream, who I think will live, who I think will die, maybe who I think the killer or killers are. But I'm a little worried that now that people have seen the movie, that number one, comment section will be full of spoilers, or number two, I don't know. I think I shouldn't do it. I think it's too late. I just don't want anything spoiled for me or for you guys. I don't want you guys to be in the comments and be like, "Oh no, someone said so-and-so." No. I don't know. Maybe I missed that boat, but I'm so excited. So it's Monday night now, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night. Almost there. Whew. What are you guys wearing? Do you guys know? Do you guys all know? If you're going to go see Scream this weekend, hopefully Thursday night, comment below what you're going to wear because David, my boyfriend David, you guys, who got his very first Ghostface Scream shirt ever. I'm so proud. I feel like I did something, like I've accomplished something. I cannot believe it was so weird. He wore it to the Scream experience with me over the weekend, and it just felt so good. I was like, oh, I'm so proud. Like, I rubbed off on him, and he has his own Ghostface shirt now. I wore my glow-in-the-dark Ghostface shirt to the Scream experience. To the movie, I have another one. It's black, white, pink, and like neon green. And I think it just says like chillin' and killin' on the shirt. So I'm going to wear that one to the movie Thursday night. So excited. Oof, we're almost there, you guys. All right. Zay Fang Lee is back with another question. Hello from Singapore. That's so cool that you're watching all the way from Singapore. Hello. That's so fun. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Something personal, but can you share how did you and David meet and how long you've been together? That's so funny. Speaking of David and his Ghostface shirt that I'm very proud of. We have been together over 5 years now. January 4th is our anniversary. So January, February, March. That's 2 months. So 5 years and 2 months. You guys, I'm really bad at math. I know it's been 5 years. So there's that. But we met because we worked together at a bookstore, and we went to a holiday party, and that's where we exchanged numbers for the first time, and we just had so much fun at that party together, and then just started hanging out like 24/7. And now 5 years and maybe 2 months later, or however many months it's been in 2023 so far, we live together with our puppy June. You guys know June. I'll have her. She's asleep. I'm talking so loud, and she's like sound asleep right now. Okay, she's faking it. I'll have her come say hi to you guys if she's awake by the time I finish this video. But yeah, thanks for asking. All right, next question. This comes from Ben. Hey Taylor, do you like anime? And if so, what is your favorite? Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, Ben. Anime, I feel like, is the genre of film and also television that I am like least educated on. However, I want to watch and I want to learn and I want to be exposed to all different types of media, starting with anime, because I really feel like that's a big blind spot for me. I know that Belle came out, was it 2020 or 2021? Belle came out and I really wanted to see it, but I didn't get a chance to. And so the plan is Chris is going to have me come over soon-ish, and we're going to make dinner. And by we, I mean she's going to cook because I don't cook. And we're going to watch Belle. Very much looking forward to watching that. And then there was something else. Oh, Chainsaw Man. A bunch of you have been recommending Chainsaw Man to me, and I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. But I looked up images of it. It looks great. The animation style, the art style, just the character designs. Chainsaws for hands. Come on, you guys. How can you not? So I would say definitely anime is something that I'm not very knowledgeable on. However, I am very open to it and very willing and very hopeful that very soon I'll be recommending some anime to you guys. So very excited for that. Next question. This comes from Josh C98. Any horror film guilty pleasures? Ooh, guilty pleasure horror. I don't know, because I feel like all the horror stuff I like, I feel like everyone else, I mean, I know some people aren't like huge fans of Chucky, but I love Chucky, the movies, the TV show. I'm trying to think of guilty pleasure. I will say, okay, so Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, you guys, my favorite, my queen. She does, well, she hasn't been doing them lately, but she does have a bunch of available on like home video, DVD, Blu-ray stuff where she does commentary on her, well, on these like B-level old horror films, right? And I love them, even though the movies are like really cheesy. Like the first one that I remember ever seeing, well, at least showing David, was Women of the Avocado Jungle. And like, for example, that's not no offense to anyone that worked on that movie, but not a great film. But I love it still, like, even though it's not like a great movie, it's just like so fun, especially when she adds her commentary on there. I just I think it might be available. The latest one she did, I want to say it was like 2018. It was called 13 Nights of Elvira. I think it's available to stream on Prime Video, and if not, I know they moved a bunch of her movie Macabre onto Peacock not too long ago. So I would say if you've never seen that, they're cheesy old B movies, horror films, but she adds her own spin and commentary to it, and it's hilarious. And so I would say, even though those movies aren't great, like, my guilty pleasure is watching them just because it's It's hilarious, and I'm always down for that kind of stuff, you guys. All right, up next is Allie. Your Super Nintendo World video was great. Aw, thank you so much. I was left wondering, why do you dislike the word immersive? Well, okay, first of all, thank you so much for the support on the Super Nintendo World video. I have 2 now, you guys. So the first one was a week ago. I went to Super Nintendo World with David for our very first time ever, and it was so much fun. So that video is just kind of like an overview of the land and the Mario Kart ride, which is awesome. And then I went again this past weekend on Saturday, and we went to the Toadstool Cafe for the first time. I had a Luigi burger. David had a Mario burger. And we have some pictures, and I just talk about how the cafe was and talk about the delicious lemonade I had. And it had boba in it, and there were like little pieces shaped like stars. So good. But anyways, and then, sorry, what was the rest of the question? Oh yeah, why do I dislike the word immersive? The only reason I do is I feel like every time a theme park announces a new land or a new ride or a new attraction, they say it's the most immersive thing ever. And it's like, okay, but you say that every time you announce something, and so I just feel like that word is very overused. It's a very buzzy word, and then when I use it, like, oh, the land was so immersive, or Mario Kart was so immersive, I'm like, oh my god, I'm using the same word that everyone else does. So I don't like dislike it, but I just feel like we can do better, and I don't know, but I feel like when we find something to replace it with, then everyone's going to overuse that one, so good luck. Next question comes from Skywalker 1138000. Top 5 scary movies of 2022 to 2023. Ooh. Let me really quickly, I should have done this ahead of time, pull up a list of horror movies that have released in the past year. So horror movies of the past year. Oh, cool. Okay. So I'm just going to go through, there's a list right here of popular horror films from last year. I'm just going to do that. Because we're only, maybe 2 months into this year. And the only ones that have come out this year so far, off the top of my head, are Megan, which was so much fun. And there was that movie Fear. I didn't really care for Fear. Cocaine Bear, that was a lot of fun. But let me just look at 2022 horror films. So Smile came out last year. Smile was a lot of fun. I didn't really expect much from it. I just thought, oh, here's just a generic horror film to hold us over to the next, really good one. I really liked it. I really enjoyed Smile. We have Scream. Oh yeah, Scream. So technically Scream 5. That came out about a year ago. It's been almost, I want to say maybe January of 2022 is when it came out. And then now it's March and we're getting Scream 6. I loved that movie, Scream. So it's just called Scream, but it's technically Scream 5. But I love that one. Love what they did with it. I was just actually rewatching it last night because I feel like they're setting up some clues in Scream or Scream 5 that are going to be in Scream 6. And plus, that's where they introduce like the core 4 that are going to be moving forward into the next one. So I was rewatching that just to see if I could pick up any clues about who could be the next Ghostface. I'm assuming, though, I'm just going to say it right now, I'm assuming it's going to be someone brand new to the franchise, not someone that was in the previous Scream, but we'll see. Let's see, there was The Invitation. That movie was okay. The Invitation was all right. Skinamarink, I saw that this year, but I think it technically came out in December. I really liked it. I thought it was very original and very just different and abstract and way out there. Let's see. Pray for the Devil. I did not like Pray for the Devil, you guys. I didn't see Men. I wanted to see the A24 movie Men. I just never got around to it. Bones and All, I really liked. Terrifier 2, you guys. Oh yeah, that came out I think around like November, December. Terrifier 2 was great. If you are a fan of independent horror, I would say Terrifier 2 is a great movie to check out. I saw that at the AMC Santa Anita in Arcadia. Very fun. I actually have a Terrifier 2 shirt sitting in my closet. It's so awesome with Art the Clown on it. Love that shirt. Uma was okay. That was the one with Sandra Oh. That one was okay. Barbarian, oh my god, you guys know I love Barbarian. I can't believe that wasn't like the first one that came to my head. Firestarter was not very good. But, oh my god, okay, 2 more that I'll mention and then I'll move on to the next question. Number 1 is probably the most underrated, you guys heard it here first, underrated horror film of 2022. Orphan First Kill. That movie was lit. I saw it in a theater. I was like one of 4 people and I was like, how is no one here for this? so good. Julia Stiles is in it, and I love Julia Stiles, and she's a bad bitch in this movie. And then I think what they did that botched this movie was, I think it was one that was released on Paramount Plus and in theaters same day and date. Would have liked to have seen it get more marketing and also a theatrical run. But yeah, Orphan First Kill, you guys. And then the other one is Violent Night. I don't know that you could technically call it horror. Kind of is, but the one with David Harbour as Santa. I love that movie. I saw it twice. Once was David and I. We went to an advanced screening at City Walk at Universal Studios. And then we saw it again with Amy Newman at the AMC Burbank 16. And it was a lot of fun. She had a lot of fun with that movie. And speaking of Amy, for those of you that do not know, this upcoming Monday, so 1 week from tonight on, I want to say it's March 13th, Amy and I will be going live on my YouTube channel for the Oscars recap, and we're going to stream maybe like an hour and a half. We're going to just talk about the Oscars, the wins, the losses, what shocked us, what, performances we liked the most, which speeches we liked the most, and then at the end of that, we will take questions from the live chat and just see how long we go. I say an hour and a half, but you guys know my first live stream, I said an hour, and 3 hours and 15 minutes later, I was still streaming. But I'm very excited to have Amy on the channel, you guys. It's going to be so much fun. I really hope you can join us. And if not, don't worry, because the replay will be available on my channel. So if you're not able to join us live, Monday the 13th at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you can watch it after. It'll be a lot of fun, though. So we hope you can join us. All right. Next question comes from The Gist with Jared. Taylor, what is a dream movie you'd like to see created? Horror, obviously. But what's the story? Who's in the cast? Ooh, dream movie. Okay, yes, you're right, Jared. It would be horror. What's the story and who's the cast? Okay, I'm going to say it. I really want a horror Star Wars film. That's it right there. I don't know the story. I just know for sure it would be Star Wars. For sure it would be horror. I would love it to be Vader. I would love it to just be Vader hunting down the remaining Jedi. But a horror film, like straight up horror, and the Jedi are running from Vader and he's just mowing them down. I think that would be great. Just call it Vader. Or if you have to like have a, I don't know, like a subtitle for it. I don't know what I would title it other than that. But just a Vader hunting down the final Jedi. I would love to see that, you guys. Let's do it. All right, the last question, this comes from Allie again. Let's see, what movies were a big part of your childhood and growing up? Do you remember what made you fall in love with films and the cinema? And what do you choose to watch to make you feel happy, excluding the Shrek and Scream films? Lots of love to you, Taylor. Well, thank you, Allie. Lots of love to you as well. So the first question was, what movies were a big part of my childhood and growing up? I would say a lot of the Disney classics were. I remember having like all the VHS tapes of like Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Lion King, all that kind of stuff. But the movies that made me fall in love with cinema, and like the first time I ever remembered wondering like, how did they do this and how do they pull that off? And like, is this real or is this like, CGI, or is this is that a puppet or a real thing, with Star Wars? The original trilogy, I had them all on Laserdisc, and I would just watch them like 24/7, and I couldn't wrap my head around the fact that like it wasn't real footage of space, and that, like, spoiler alert, but Jabba the Hutt wasn't real. It just like blew my mind, and I just remember thinking as a kid, like, people made this, and it's not like they went out, they went out into the woods and filmed this, and it was like footage that existed. I was like, the trench run, seeing that, and just seeing like the lightsabers light up. And I mean, obviously, since then, we've made such huge step forward in technology and visual effects and stuff like that. But just as a kid, that blew my mind, and it just made me so curious about how movies were made. And I remember when I got a little bit older and they released them, I want to say, I guess on DVD, I would watch all of the behind the scenes, the documentaries, how the things were made, just like all the interviews, hours and hours and hours of behind the scenes stuff on the Star Wars trilogy. So I would say the original Star Wars trilogy was definitely what made me fall in love with movies, and definitely made me curious about the making of movies, and could not get enough. But anyways, guys, we did it. That's the last question this week. So thank you again so much to everybody who sent in questions. I tried to get a good variety of people. I tried not to get too many questions that I had answered the previous weeks. But I appreciate everyone so much who took the time, first of all, to write in a question. Thank you so much. And then also for those of you who had stuck around. It's been 50 minutes already, so thank you so much. Very appreciative. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you guys again very soon. Bye.